Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Han Solo. I'm Captain of the Millennium Falcon. Bond. James Bond.
Up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's Superman.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Say hello to my little friend.
Here's Johnny.
What is up, guys, and welcome to the 29th installment of Snack and Chat. Hope all of you guys are having a wonderful Friday in this quarantine madness, and hope all of you guys have some extraordinary plans for the weekend and plan on watching some extraordinary things for the weekend. I know I plan on watching the 6th episode of The Boys today, that's for sure. Really hyped for that. But as always, in every single episode, I gotta tell you guys what my snack of the day is. And today, we got the Mike and Ike's. I was just feeling them today. I was just feeling them. I just wanted the beautiful taste of original fruit. You know, I just wanted the taste of fruit. So I was like, you know what? Screw this natural fruit stuff. We're going to the Mike and Ike's, because that's where it's at. And don't let anyone tell you different. Now, with all that done and out of the way, let's hop into the movie news, and there is a whole lot of stuff to talk about today. There is a lot. If I was to show you guys my show notes for today, it looks like I wrote the entire encyclopedia. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but we got a lot of movie news to cover, so therefore, let's hop into the movie news with our very first topic, which I don't have listed on the bar thing there, because it literally just popped out of nowhere a couple hours ago, and that is a new Nick Fury Disney Plus show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Variety just reported today that Samuel L. Jackson will reprise his role of Nick Fury in an upcoming Disney Plus show being developed about, you guessed it, Nick Fury. Alright, now, I think a show following Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, could be a lot of fun to watch because, well, it's Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury. But it's kind of hard to comment more about this because we don't really have any plot details about the show, and Disney hasn't really said anything about this. I mean, it could be about Nick Fury chilling with the Skrulls in space. It could be about Nick Fury when he was younger. They could delve more into that. Although I kind of think it would be more interesting to see Nick Fury chill with the Skrulls in space and kind of see some adventures there. I think that could be pretty fun. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else to comment on the Nick Fury Disney Plus show, but definitely leave a comment down in the comment section below of what you think of this Nick Fury show coming to Disney Plus. And with that said, let's move on to the next topic, which is Ron Howard. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We don't really talk about Ron Howard a whole lot on this channel. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of his movies, to be honest with you, but we're talking about Ron Howard today as the Farewell director, Lulu Wang, which is a movie I liked. I liked The Farewell. Lulu Wang came out on Twitter and basically posted about how she's not a big fan of the decision of having Ron Howard direct the biopic of widely acclaimed pianist Lang Lang. And Lulu Wang commented about this on Twitter when she tweeted, quote, "As a classically trained pianist born in China, I believe it's impossible to tell Lang Lang's story without an intimate understanding of Chinese culture and the impact of the Cultural Revolution on artists and intellects, and the effects of Western imperialism. Just saying," end quote. Then she continued on with other tweets saying, quote, "I'm not saying this because I want to direct this movie. I do not. I just don't think these are the artists to grapple with the cultural specificities of Northeast China where Lang Lang," and then in parentheses, and my family are from, or with the cultural aspect of the physical violence and his upbringing, end quote. Now, I absolutely understand where she's coming from. I mean, especially with this topic hitting close to home for her. And I do think if you were to get a filmmaker that, first off, obviously knows how to make movies, and that they have a more of a emotional connection with the story and kind of has more of a first-hand experience of what the story was about, mainly and especially with films based off of a true story, then the movie probably has a higher chance of being more authentic and maybe even more powerful than someone who doesn't really have much of that first-hand experience that the other filmmaker does. And I think it probably would be a better choice to get someone that has more of a personal connection with the story, more of a first-hand experience with the story, and give them the opportunity to make this film and have more of that representation in Hollywood. But with that being said, I also think personally, in my opinion, that just because a filmmaker doesn't have much of that first-hand experience with what the film they're making is about, again, mainly with true stories and or biopics, in this case, it doesn't mean that they can't make the film authentic and real and powerful. The filmmaker can still go out there and find these people who had a first-hand experience with the subject matter and incorporate what they learned from those people into the film and making it more authentic and real. And Lulu Wang made a comparison relating this story to food, which I love me some food, in one of her tweets when she said, quote, "Everyone knows that for great Chinese food in America, look for 1 Chinese people in the kitchen, 2 Chinese in the dining room. Does this mean no one else can make this food? ? Of course not. I happen to love orange chicken, but it isn't time we all expect more than orange chicken. ? End quote. And kind of like what I said earlier, sticking to the metaphor that Lulu Wang made here, you do have a better shot. There is a better shot of there being great Chinese food if there's Chinese people in the kitchen instead of, I don't know, Mexican people. But I also think, while not as likely, if you were to walk into a Chinese restaurant and you do see Mexican people in the kitchen, the food can still be great, you know, like because maybe the Mexican people in the kitchen learned from the best people to ever make Chinese food, and she kind of hints at that a little bit in her tweet when she said, "Does this mean no one else can make this food? Of course not." So she definitely kind of hinted at that in the tweet, but those are kind of my thoughts of this story. Definitely leave a comment down in the comment section below of what you think of Lulu Wang's comments on Ron Howard directing this biopic on acclaimed pianist Lang Lang. Again, I do think it probably would have been a better choice to go with someone that, again, knows how to make movies and has a little bit more of that first-hand experience and more of that personal connection with this biopic. But again, just because someone doesn't have that first-hand experience doesn't mean this movie can't be real and authentic. They can still go out there and find those people that experienced the story firsthand and everything, and then incorporate that into the film and make it real and authentic. So those are kind of my thoughts of this story. So with that said, let's move on to the next topic, which is Trial of the Chicago 7 trailer. Written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, and I believe this is the second official trailer, and it's set to release on October 16th, And the Trial of Chicago 7, the film, is based on the 1969 trial of 7 defendants who were charged by the federal government with conspiracy and more, arising from the countercultural protests in Chicago at the 1968 Democratic National Convention. Now, first of all, the cast in this movie is stacked. It is a just star-studded cast in here. The cast is awesome in this film, and they all look great in here. Again, I like seeing Joseph Gordon-Levitt pop up in there. Eddie Redmayne, he's pulling off a little bit of a different accent that we've seen before. So that's pretty interesting. And the trailer definitely shows signs of this being a very powerful film, especially in the time that we are in at the moment. And then we have Aaron Sorkin, like I said before, directing and writing this thing, who has an amazing talent for making complicated things simple and really intriguing. I mean, he is one of the best, if not the best, screenwriters working today in Hollywood, and he's directing this movie, like I said, so that's definitely something to look forward to. And plus, this movie already has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I didn't even know this movie had a score until this morning. I just searched up the movie, I forgot why, and then I saw it has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, what? But yeah, it has a 90%, I believe, with like 40 reviews or so in. A lot to look forward to. Really interested in seeing this film. So yeah, definitely leave a comment down in the comment section below of what you think of the second official trailer for Aaron Sorkin's Trial of the Chicago 7. So now let's move into the next topic, which is another trailer, and that is the trailer for the new Riz Ahmed film that he's starring in, and that is The Sound of Metal, which is about a heavy metal drummer's life that's basically thrown into free fall when he begins to lose his hearing. And the trailer, like the Trial of the Chicago 7, this one also looks really good and also caught my attention and had me really interested in seeing it. I believe it comes out on December 4th on Amazon Prime this time. That's right, Netflix. Amazon Prime can play it too. And Riz Ahmed looks fantastic in this film. I saw from the trailer that he's already getting praise for this movie, and he definitely looks great in this film. And to be honest with you, it would kind of suck if they were to cancel the Oscars this year, because you see people like Riz Ahmed and Delroy Lindo and the Five Bloods giving like their best performances of their career, and then you also have all these other films getting all this acclaim. And then I'd kind of feel bad for them if the Oscars were to get canceled and they wouldn't get the opportunity to get recognized. So that would kind of stink a little bit for those films and those performances and all that. But and also this movie also has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, so with 30 something reviews on there. I just checked that out today. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Leave a comment down in the comment section below of what you think of the first trailer for The Sound of Metal, starring Riz Ahmed. So with that said, let's move on to the next topic, and that is the Snyder Cut. We're talking more Snyder Cut, ladies and gents. So reports came out that Zack Snyder, who is going to do reshoots next month, for, you guessed it, the Snyder Cut, which is reported to cost around $70 million. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a joke. It's actually going to cost around $70 million. At least it's reported. I don't think it's officially confirmed, but it's reported that it's going to cost around $70 million. Henry Cavill, who obviously plays Superman, also stated that he will not return for the reshoots of the Snyder Cut when he said, quote, "Not shooting anything additional. No, it's all stuff that has already been done. Obviously, I don't know how things are going to evolve and change and adapt depending on how a different length of movie and whatever may happen in post-production. Whatever lessons may be learned from 4 years since Justice League came out. I think it's been 3 years. 4 years worth of fan reaction for me. I'm now just watching the party," end quote. So, this is a very risky move by Warner Brothers here, spending all this money for a director's cut of a film, and I mean that's something that's really unheard of. A studio spending $70 million on a director's cut for a movie that's been released for 3 years now, and just imagine if this movie were to tank on HBO Max. I mean that would not be good. So Warner Brothers must have a lot of confidence in the Snyder Cut if they are really spending $70 million on these reshoots, which is absolutely insane, and hopefully the money pays off, literally. And as far as Henry Cavill not going back, I mean, we're in the same boat he is. we're just watching the party. I also believe Ben Affleck might be returning for these reshoots. I might be wrong on that, but that's definitely interesting considering, you know, here's this guy who did not want to play Batman a couple years ago. Now here he is doing reshoots for a director's cut of a film where he's playing Batman in the middle of a pandemic. Now that is a character arc, ladies and gentlemen. That is a character arc right there. But yeah, it's good for him. Good for Ben Affleck. Good for Ben Affleck. But with that said, let's move on to the next topic, which is the Mandalorian. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk some Mandalorian. So, Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Grand Moff Gideon, hinted at what's to come for Season 4. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Not Season 3, not Season 2, but Season 4. Well, actually a little bit of Season 3, but we're not even at Season 2, and we're already talking Season 4, you know? But anyways, he stated, quote, "We're living in a universe that is huge, and there's so much more to explore. So I think this show is going to lay the groundwork for the depth that's going to come in Season 3 and Season 4, when you're really going to start to get answers," end quote. Well, by Giancarlo Esposito's comments, who I like him very much. I mean, he's amazing in Breaking Bad. He's in The Boys as well, so he's in like two of my favorite shows right now, Mandalorian and The Boys. By his comments, it seems like Grand Moff Gideon is going to be sticking around for a little bit longer, maybe as far as Season 4. Which I don't have much of an issue with because, like I said, Giancarlo Esposito is the man. Unless these comments are supposed to deceive us and maybe he's not sticking around as long as we may be thinking, you know, maybe he's trying to trick us. That's also a possibility. But the fact that we're not only talking about Season 3, but Season 4, when Season 2 hasn't even come out yet, I mean, that shows that that Disney has a lot of confidence in this series. The Mandalorian is basically carrying Disney Plus at the moment. Maybe until the Marvel shows come out. But at the moment, The Mandalorian is what is basically carrying Disney Plus, and this just shows that Disney has a lot of confidence in The Mandalorian. I'm definitely looking forward to Season 2, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are, and leave a comment down in the comment section below of what you think of Giancarlo Esposito's comments about Mandalorian Seasons 3 and 4. So with that said, let's move on to the next and final topic. Alright, so now let's move into the next and final topic today, and that is Disney delaying more movies. Now, Disney has basically delayed all of their movies this year, all of their big movies this year, except for like 3 of their films. And I'll kind of run down through which movies they delayed right here, right now. So this is going to be kind of a mouthful here, so get ready. Now, the first one we have here is Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile, which has been delayed from October 23rd, 2020 to December 4th, 2020, so it's still coming out this year in December. Next, we have Matthew Vaughn's The King's Man, which is the prequel to the Kingsman movies. That has been delayed a month to February 21st, 2021, along with Guillermo del Toro's produced film Antlers, which comes out February 19th, 2021. So there's like a 2-day difference. There's a two-day difference in between those two movies. And then we have Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, which has basically been delayed all the way to December 10th of 2021. So yeah, that basically got pushed a year. And then there's the big one with Black Widow, which has been delayed from November of this year to May 7th of 2021. So that's like a whole 6 months right there, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be like the very first year with no MCU movies in like 11 years. I think since 2009. I don't think an MCU movie came out in 2009. So yeah, it's been 11 years since we haven't had an MCU movie come out. So that's definitely something. And the delay of Black Widow basically created a big tectonic shift when it came to the releases of the upcoming MCU films, as you kind of see now in that graphic. So that is quite something, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. But first off, all these delays is going to hurt movie theaters very much. It's going to hurt movie theaters a lot. And I mean, now there's only 2 big movies coming out this year, which are both Warner Brothers, and with Dune and Wonder Woman 1984, which isn't until late December, so they're still like good ways away from those movies. I think like 3 months until those films come out. So then this raises the question if movie theaters should just shut down until December, possibly. I mean, is it really worth staying open for the next 2 months when there's basically nothing coming out in the next couple of months, and probably just wasting money on remaining open? I mean, I personally don't really think so. However, this does go well for a movie like Tenet, that's for sure, because it cleared out all the competition that was in its way. But yeah, Tenet basically has the next couple of months all to itself, to make all the money it can do right now. As somebody who was looking forward to a bunch of these films and hearing that we're gonna have to wait even longer to see them, it does suck. But at this point, I'm kind of used to it. I'm basically used to hearing this news now, which kind of stinks, but that's just the situation that we're in right now, and it's probably the smarter business decision for Disney to move all of their releases, because with theaters being at 25 or so percent capacity, and then not everyone being fully willing to go back to the movies at the moment, they'd probably just rather wait until later, when they could really make the money, when the movies are at full capacity and everyone is more willing to go back to the movies. But yeah, this is definitely something that we're in right now, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, leave a comment down in the comment section below of not only of what you think of Disney delaying all of these movies or all their movies, but also what you think of all the topics that we ran down through today, because boy, did we talk about a lot of movie news. But yeah, I'm losing a screw today. And with that being said, thank you for joining me on this installment of Snack and Chat. I hope all of you had a great time watching. Again, leave a comment down in the comment section below of what you think of all the news stories we ran down through today. Goodness, just speak. Ah, man, Fridays, aren't they fun? Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, because that is very important. You could also follow me at The Kid Critic on Instagram. And as always in every single video, look out for the next video or review. And peace.